Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, July 18th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Seems like no one saw that Saturday monsoon coming. Man, unfortunately ended up canceling the Annapolis Irish Festival about halfway through the event. But man, you can never trust Maryland weather. Well, you can never depend on it anyway. Something I can depend on is the huge surge of news on Fridays shortly after we release the DNB. So we do have an awful lot of news, so let's get into it, shall we? A midshipman at the Naval Academy has died on Sunday. And per their protocol, no further information is going to be available until 24 hours have passed since they've notified the family. Now, we will update this story on eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later as soon as we hear more information. Okay, on that Friday news dump, the Annapolis Police Department is investigating an assault that happened on Thursday evening just after 11 p.m. A man entered a business in the first block of West Street and threatened an employee with a knife. The victim was not injured. However, the suspect was not located or identified. We do understand there is some video that the police are analyzing. Also on Thursday night, the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Office was notified that one of their own was arrested and charged with assault and robbery of another sheriff's deputy. He has been identified as Sergeant Matthew Beal, and he has been accused of assaulting and robbing another deputy with the Sheriff's Office. Apparently, there were two domestic incidents, one between June 13th and the 23rd, and the other on July 11th. Beal's police powers have been suspended, and he's also been suspended without pay. The Sheriff's Office will be doing an internal investigation. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Maryland State Police are now under a federal investigation for violations of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, accusing the agency of racially discriminatory hiring and promotion practices. Both the governor and the superintendent of the state police, Colonel Woodrow Jones, have said they will cooperate with the investigation fully. Enough police news for you? Let's talk about airplane news. JetBlue is back. After a COVID-forced hiatus, they have now resumed flying out of BWI with nonstop service to Boston. And while not quite back to pre-pandemic levels, BWI has rebounded very strongly. In 2021, in terms of passengers, they were up 68% over 2020. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight with Liquefied Creative on Saturday and appreciated that quick edit since we only did record it on Thursday. But it's always great to hear a success story of a company that started out literally as an idea in a basement someplace and is now celebrating 15 years. Up next weekend, Jackie Coleman and Maryland Hall. And as we begin to wrap it up, if you are a fan of the Thomas Point Shoal Lighthouse, as everybody should be, there will be a fundraiser on September 23rd. It will be on the Catherine Marie, which is a watermark yacht, and it will include food, drinks, oysters, and, of course, the Eastport Oyster Boys. We do have the details at eyeonannapolis.net, as well as a link for tickets and the online auction. And why I'm telling you about this just now here in July, well, tickets are very limited. The yacht can only hold about 150 people. So you want to get your ticket now if you want to get in on this. It will be a great, fun night. All right, that's our wrap. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, Alpha Engineering, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. Alrighty, and Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And of course, George Young from DC MDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Hopefully you've come to know and trust this voice when it comes to solar. Many of you out there have already decided you will go solar, but you just haven't decided when. Here's 2 reasons why the timing is urgent. First, the federal tax credit for solar drops from 26 to 22% on December 31st of this year. If you don't commit this summer, you could miss out on 4% of the savings on your solar project. Second, solar locks out today's roaring energy inflation. National electricity costs have jumped 12% in just the last 12 months. You've only got a few months left to sign up to ensure you get installed in 2022 for the full 26% tax credit. If you know solar energy is in your future, now is the time. Call us today at 410-920 823-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, July 18th. Not a bad weekend for the Annapolis region, despite some heavy rain at times, and while today will likely bring a bit more rain to the area, the big story will be the incoming heat and humidity. Look for highs today in the 85 to 92 degree range with showers and storms likely at times throughout the day before upper 80s to mid 90s tomorrow, with a very small but valid chance for a few additional scattered PM storms. From there, it'll be a lot of 90s across Anne Arundel County Wednesday through Sunday, with temps Wednesday and Thursday potentially in the mid or upper 90s for many, with the best chance for storms coming in the PM hours Thursday. Beyond that, temps across the region will range from 88 to 95 Friday through Sunday, with mostly dry conditions expected each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info, and definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The S&P 500 dropped last week with steeper losses after June inflation results were announced. On Friday, the market began a slow climb back. Inflation was reported at 9.1% for June, the largest gain since November of 1981. The good news is that consumer purchasing, the Purchasing Manager Index, and unemployment are holding steady. Better news is that prices in many areas have already started to come back down since that June peak. Stocks are a leading economic indicator, meaning they reflect where the economy is going, not where it is. The market was pricing in large interest rate hike by the Fed, perhaps 1% instead of the originally expected 0.75%. Price declines, particularly around gas, and Fed governor comments have indicated will be closer to the 0.75%, which contributed to Friday's rise. The market is also pricing in a moderate recession. By the time we're there, stocks will have already risen. This is why trying to time the market is a problem. You need to think 6 to 12 months ahead. I'm hearing people say they've lost money in their investment accounts. Investments are not the same as your bank account. If your checking or savings account balance goes down, you have fewer dollars. With investments, what matters are shares, not dollars. If you haven't sold and gone to cash, you have the same number of shares, or more if you're still contributing. This is why Roth conversions can be powerful in a downturn. You are moving more shares for the same tax hit. Contributions are also great. You're buying more shares for the same amount of money. Think of your investments as items you own. When your statements arrive this week or next, look at the increase in shares, not the decrease in the current value. Or better yet, just don't look at your statements. Your action item this week is to have your young adult children complete powers of attorney and medical directives. In many states, including Maryland, the state has statutory forms available. Drop by our office in downtown Annapolis for copies and complimentary notary services. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical and there's no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt.
I keep getting asked, is there a bubble that's about to burst? Thankfully, we don't think so. The market today is much different from the 2009 real estate market. The housing bubble of 2009 was caused by too many people buying homes they simply could not afford. This time around, home buyers have to actually qualify to buy homes and put money down. When the market goes through shifts like they are now, different areas and price points react independently. Now more than ever, it's time to work with someone who's been through the shift before to guide you with solid, proven advice. This is a time where wisdom, proactiveness, and intense marketing make a huge difference. Please give us a call today so we can help you navigate these waters. We promise to educate and guide you with your best interest at heart.
That's another moving moment with Kristi Neidhardt of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.